YouTube? It's X Fit for a King here, and I am at you with my first and ever win. So, if this isn't the most exciting win or anything like that, but granted, it is my first win, and so I really thought I did good. I didn't get a whole lot of kills, but I did get a good amount, so yeah, I did win too, so that's a bonus, and that's always a bonus, I guess, winning the Hunger Games. So yeah, I'm trying to, now that I've got my materials, I'm trying to get out of there, because after invincibility goes away, it gets really crazy. And so I'm running, and I see somebody behind me, and I think that I'm a Viper at that point, so I'm trying to hit him and poison him before invincibility wears off. But it turns out he has a sword and he's the Viper, and I forgot that I was Monk, so then I just now see that I am Monk, and I'm like, oh yes. I think if I was Viper, I wouldn't have won. I honestly do, because there's a lot of parts where I would have died if I wasn't Monk. Yeah, so if you don't have the Monk kit, I think you should get it. It's a very, very good kit. Yeah, granted, it does take some time getting used to it, but all kits do. It doesn't really matter what kit you have, but this one, I started out on Monk, and I still play it, because it's really, really, really good kit, I think, in my opinion. And yeah, so I just get this bread from the village that I find, and it's really close to spawn, so I don't want to risk, or not spawn, it's really close to the force field, and I don't want to have to run into the force field and take damage, because I don't have any soup at this moment. And I decide, carrots over wheat, so I decide to get the carrots, because carrots are always better, a better choice than bread. So I go and I collect some iron right here, and I'm torn which cave to go into, and I go into this one, and I turn up my brightness because it is on moody, because I had to reset my my Minecraft. So I switched to this texture pack because, of course, the iron in coal is lit up on this texture pack. It's the Creo Gaming texture pack. So I dig up the iron, and I have enough for an iron sword. So I decide to collect some cobble to make a furnace, and I do, and I place it down, and I put in my iron, and I'm smelting it to get an iron sword, and I'm afraid that somebody's going to pillar down and kill me, but they don't, so that's good. And I think it was because I'm close enough to the force field. And yeah, so I take my iron sword, and I mine up my crafting bench and my furnace, and I head out, and I think I get some more iron here in a second. I throw away my wooden pick, and so I get some more iron right here, and I have enough for boots or a helmet, and I decided to make boots because it takes less iron, and that was really smart of me because I have enough to make a chest plate later on. Yeah, so I'm just coming up to the outside, and I'm afraid somebody's gonna get me here because it's like there's not many people left in the game. That's why I'm so freaked out. And yeah, so there wasn't a lot of people to start out with in the game, and so that's pretty good. And plus, we didn't spawn in a swamp biome, and I hate it when we spawn in swamp biomes because everybody gets soup. And yeah, only one person in this game, or no, 3, me and 2 others had soup. The rest didn't. Well, not to my knowledge, they didn't. So yeah, I decided to look for a cave, and I'm also tracking this one guy, and I decide not to go for the guy, and I try to team with another dude. Now I decide not to because I think he is coming after whoever has food, because he asks if I have food, and he asks the other guy if he had food. So I was afraid that if I said yes, I did have food, then he would track me. So I don't go into that one because it's a really big hole, and I decide to go into this one, and I'm just trying to get to find more iron, in which I do, and then I'm also trying to find like the back of it or a good spot to place down my furnace and smelt what iron I have left. So I'm smelting my iron right now, and I'm just waiting for Feast and waiting for somebody to come track me so I can duel, but nobody does, so that's good and bad. Good because I probably would have died without any soup, and bad because I don't know, or switch that, sorry. It's hard to commentate, especially with it sped up. So yeah, I'm just waiting for all my iron to get smelted, and I turn up and turn down the volume I just did a second ago. So yeah, I take my stuff and I decide to get out of the cave. I don't want to keep looking for any more iron because I'm afraid if I do look for more iron that somebody's gonna track me down. So I decide not to do that, and I get up to the top and I decide to track the closest guy to me. Now, I don't know what this guy was doing, but he had a house going on. I don't know if he was recording and he was gonna troll with the winners, or not the winners, but like the last people left. So I'm going towards him and I see him right there. He is a Viper as well, and so I monk him. He gets out and he runs away, and this guy ran away a few times. So I go over here because I decide to try and go around the trees and then meet up with him, but it doesn't work. And then I try and team with him, but he doesn't team, which is good because he has all the soup. And so I monk him and I kind of bluff like I have a lot of hearts, but I don't, and so that turns out good because I win. He could have killed me easily too, but I bluffed, and so I beat him. So that was pretty cool. Really like that. So now that I have soup in my inventory, good enough to get me through the leftover people, which at this point there is only 3 people left. That's with me, so there's 2 others. Yeah, so Feast is announced as well. And yeah, I don't know if I should go to Feast or not, because I die a lot at Feast, and sometimes I don't, but I die later. So Feast gets announced right there, and I ask the people if I could have a win. But I know that was newbie, but still, sometimes people let you win, but I don't know, it's never happened for me. It happens for a lot of people, especially if you're recording. So this guy says no, and I'm like, alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to do this the hard way and PvP my way out of this. So I'm right here at Feast, and I think they're teamed, but one of them dies. So I think that they were teamed, but their worm or their tower worm dies. So I notice that he's behind me on my compass. So I go towards him, and I pass him in a few seconds. So I end up passing him, and I'm like, please, I have 0 wins, but I pass him up right there. So I'm PvPing with him, and I'm really low on soups. And so now that I know where he is, I can take the compasses out of my inventory. Yeah, so he jumps into that ravine, and I was like, wow, that's really dumb. But it turns out he was a stomper, so he doesn't take much damage. But I do jump in the ravine as well, because I try and knock him off right there or land on it, but there's a tree there, so it doesn't really work. But yeah, so I pillar up right here, and he tries the same thing to knock me off by jumping, and it doesn't work either. So I shift right here and get some more soup, and he's pillaring up, and I knock him off, and he cusses at me right there. And while he's typing, I jump down, so that was pretty good. That was pretty smart of me. And so there's a dead end right there. And so I basically just take him out right here, and I win. So that's always a good sign to see Mastermind Monster wins. So give a like, comment, subscribe, and then thank you guys.